Yesterday, Hulu dropped a new rom-com sci-fi with Andy Samberg and Cristin Milioti that I have so many great things to say about, so let's check it out. Welcome to Social Screen Talk. My name is Luke Lapointe. I recently started this channel because I love movies. They are a big part of my life, and I want to talk about them with people who care about them as much as I do. With that, remember to hit that like and subscribe button down below, and most importantly, as this is a review, we are talking about a new movie. I want to hear you down in that comment section. What did you love about Palm Springs? What didn't you like about Palm Springs? Where do you agree and disagree with me? Because we all have different opinions, and I want to hear yours. And with that, let's go. So Hulu dropped this new original movie, Palm Springs, yesterday, and the premise is when carefree Niles and a reluctant maid of honor, Sarah, have a chance encounter at a Palm Springs wedding, things get complicated the next morning when they find themselves unable to escape the venue, themselves, or each other. Now, this movie has so many positives, so I'm going to dive right into it. And my first big positive is Andy Samberg. I think this is my favorite Andy Samberg performance in his career. And that's because he tones down that energetic comedy he usually does, the Jake Peralta type energy, and he tones it down and changes it up with a more deadpan delivery and dry humor that I think really works well in this type of movie. He also delivers some great emotional performances and moments in this movie. Really in the beginning, losing that sense of hope and just settling. And later in the movie, learning the importance of the little things and trying to make the best of the worst situation. In addition, I think Cristin Milioti was a fantastic choice to play opposite Samberg. To be honest, I haven't seen her in much besides The Wolf of Wall Street and Fargo, so I didn't understand how much range she had as an actress, but she does have a lot. And she did a great job on the comedy side of this movie with a similar dry humor and deadpan delivery to Samberg that works really well in time loop movies, and also the emotion that she goes through in each act of the movie with just confusion and being lost to settling to not being settled and wanting to find a way out. She does a great job with that, and I think because she was lost in the beginning and she had kind of messed up in the beginning before she was in the time loop, she did a great job as a character finding herself within the loop, and she had a great character arc. In addition, I believe J.K. Simmons was an excellent addition to our looped cast. Some of his interactions with Niles were extremely funny, and he delivers one of the deepest and most important lessons in this film about just appreciating the little things in life, in both the loop and what the life brings you in the future, and trying to make the best out of a worse situation as he does stuck in the loop. Now, I think our cast was the biggest positive of this movie, but there are so many others. I think the concept was done really well. I like time loop movies like Groundhog Day and Happy Death Day. I always love the concept. It feels fresh every time it's done. And I was on board when I saw the trailer for this movie. They used the time loop really well to progress the plot externally and both internally with our characters, and as well as they do the character development. The time loop also provides some great comedy, especially with the death scenes, similarly to Happy Death Day. And it was just a really fun movie that actually felt a little meta as you were watching it, the way they approached the time loop. So I thought that was kind of a good approach. And I think the runtime was really good. I don't think that it should have been any longer. And it was really well directed. In addition, as I mentioned with the performances in this cast, this movie does have a lot of comedy, but it also has a lot of heart. There are so many great messages in this movie about life, the little things, what the future brings you, trying to make the best out of the worst, and it really hit close to home for me. And I felt that. I felt everything the characters were going through, and that was really, really smart for them to do an emotional side of this story on top of the comedy of the time loop. My only complaint about this movie might be that it drags a little bit at times, but that's not a huge problem for me. Like I said, I have a lot of positives about this movie. That might be my one negative. So, as you can see, very, very amazing movie. Now, this movie is sitting with really great reviews so far, with I think 95% on the critic side and 90% on the audience side for Rotten Tomatoes. Might be 94 on the critic side now, which is a very amazing movie. And if I were to put it on Rotten Tomatoes right now, I would put it probably at a 92%, which means it is amazing. Little tweaks, but nothing major. If I were to give it a grade, a report card grade, I'm going to give it an A. And I say this is a must watch. This is one of my favorite movies now of 2020. And I think it's going to be a lot of people's favorites. So with that, that's the review for Palm Springs. And that's it. That's all I've got for today. Thank you for tuning in. Remember to like and subscribe down below and leave your comments in the comment section. What did you like about this movie? What didn't you like? What would you give it on Rotten Tomatoes? What would your report card grade be? And most importantly also, is this is a newer channel. I want you to be down there recommending what type of videos you want me to do with new movies coming out. If there's ranking videos you want me to do, let me know, because I want to mold my channel around my viewers. Thank you so much, and keep loving movies as much as I do.